You're live outside as trucks drive by. Oh, big truck. I think he lost. I don't know. That's a pretty big truck for a dead end road. You don't see very many semis come down this road. No, you do not. We'll wait here for a second, see if anybody decides to show up or not. Anybody going to show up today? I don't know. Maybe not. Baby kisses in the Whittler, UK. How you guys doing? Just playing around with the what's going on there? What is that? How'd that get in there? Maybe just go up a little bit more. So I got the camera turned wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Has that always been there in the view? Hmm. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, get a little TV time in, are you? All right, so that's what she came out looking like. The little eyes are such a pain in the ass to carve in, I'll tell you what. We decided on a flower as the hair binder. Gave her a hoodie. Hey, Spike. Told you I go live earlier for you. This is Miss Bing. Side view, side view, back view. I'm gonna paint this green, so I cross cut it in, and that's gonna be the grass. She's gonna be standing on grass. Thank you, baby kisses. Spike. So that's what you. I just got to paint her now. The worst part is the paint. The paint. The paint. The paint. Not bad for being my first lady face. I don't know. Maybe it is bad. I don't know. They can only get better from here, right? It's definitely girly. You know, uh, it'll work. For all intents and purposes, it will work. Maybe. I don't care. It'll work. It'll work. Yep. Oh, guess what we got in this week? I'll just put her right over here. Actually, we can take her off the stick for now. The Mod Podge has dried, so she can go there. Off and watch us carve. Um, we got in a fresh box of that sweet, sweet, sweet Heineke Basswood. We got 3x3x12 over there. And then we got, I should have took this out beforehand, huh? We got some 2x2x12 there. We got 4 of them. And then I've already taken one of them and cut it on the corner. And then from there, I took it and I made a 3-inch one. So you get 4 threes or 3 fours. I haven't decided what size I want to go with yet. And that's Heineke wood. And then I got this here piece of Amazon. Figured maybe we could do a little scratch test with a knife and see. Well, we know which one's going to cut better. Now look at it. Look at the difference. See how nice and white that one is? This one's is quite a bit lighter than that one as far as picking it up. And everybody says, "How do we get a hold of them, Rob?" Well, this is how, right here. Let me bend that so I can get it up closer to the camera. Right there. Take a screenshot. It's got their you have to call them. Just call that number, and there's their address and all that. Cumberland, Wisconsin. If you live over in Wisconsin and you're a wood carver, it's worth the trip to drive up there. I know if I didn't have to go all the way around the freaking lake to get there, I would just drive there. And to take the ferry with the car over there to drive over there to get wood is just unless you're going over there for some cheese and beer anyway. Hey, Jordy. I just like calling them. It's quicker. It's easier for me anyway. But there you go. Yeah. Man, this camera just does not like to focus close up. Let's see, maybe if we try zooming in. Oh yeah, so I can zoom in. I just can't hold it up close to the camera. There you go. There's a screenshot for you. If I could stop wiggling for 2 seconds. All right. So that's where we get, and that's how you spell it, Kevin. Kevin was asking me, how do you spell it? I'm like, ABDGFHK. So that's it right there. All right. All right. We put that in the box. And I can turn you guys back this way. All right. So like I said, I have not I haven't cut into any of this new wood yet, so it will be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. I guess I can zoom back out, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you could Google Wisconsin basswood and it'll come up with them. But I just gave you all the information. Just gave it to you. Free of charge. Free of charge. No admission fee, no nothing. Oh. OCC knife. I didn't bring my just carve Rob knives out here. I was feeling lazy. My back is killing me. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it was a scribe machine or a box of wood. They go by the weight and the actual physical size of the box. When I was talking to the person at the post office. Angel can do all. Oh my. Yes, thank you, Jordy. We got a troll. First troll just carve Rob ever had, other than Jordy. But he's our friendly guy. You the boss, yes, sir. You the boss. You boot him out. I think Spike is moderator too. He was here a second ago. There you go. At least a good message drop. Yep. So we got this Amazon Basswood. Always good to have a drink, Spike. And then we got this Heineke Basswood. Cut smooth both ways. And you can see with the Amazon stuff, it wants to break. Seems to be carving okay in this direction. But this direction she's splitting. But that's normal. That's normal stuff. So let's do a cross grain in grain test. That's where the monkey hits the asphalt right there. Amazon wood's tearing. And believe me, this knife is sharp. Pretty smooth. You can almost hear the difference in the wood. Apparently, I put my knife away without stropping it the last time. Lower the camera, Jordy says. Lower the camera, lower the boom. Is that better for you, Jordy? Now that you're right in my way? You can see the big difference in color. See how this has got a pretty wide grain right here? And then this one is way tighter, right? That's your biggest deal right there. This is all grain right here. And then on this side, you can barely even see the grain. It's very tight together. I can't tilt it any lower. Maybe if I flip it around, I might be able to tilt it lower. Let's do that. What was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. See, this thing only goes up at such an angle like that. Oh, there goes that big truck. It sounds empty. I think he got lost. How was I doing that before? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I can tilt it down a lot more that way, but then I can't see the screen. Oh, I know what I was thinking. It probably won't let me. I don't know. I can move you guys over here to the side a little bit, I guess. Anyway, any questions? I know if I got a choice whether I'm carving this wood or that wood today, we're carving this wood here, right? Yeah, there's you got a big variant on your wood from Amazon, that's for sure. Because they're sourcing it all over the place, you know. The Amazon wood is heavier than this Wisconsin wood. I don't have a scale, or I would show you all on the scale. I would say this piece here weighs probably half as much as the Amazonian one. Yep, the darker one is the heavier one. This is the Amazon wood I wrote on it, and this is the Wisconsin wood. Well, with Beavercraft, they're sourcing all their wood right there in the Ukraine. With the stuff we're getting from Amazon, we don't know where it's sourced from, right? We don't know where they're digging that crap out of. Kevin over at Sticks and Stones, he swears that it's not basswood. He said it's harder than butternut, so there's that. To be honest with you, um, this was an Amazon piece of wood here. So it does it the problem with the Amazon stuff when I was carving this, it likes to break a lot and chip. And right in here I had a spot where it was like all the fiber of the wood was really loose. I bought some Joe something wood and it would not hold detail. Well, I could tell you that the Heineken, yeah, I have used it for quite a while, and then I got lazy and I started buying wood from Amazon. And I'm like, I found a block that I had. It was 3 by 3 by 24, and when me and Kevin started carving all those hectares, so yeah, and that I carved the hectares in the Amazon wood, and I've carved the hectares in the Heineke wood. And I'll tell you, it was a lot easier cutting in the Heineke wood than it was the Amazon wood. That's the that's no, that's the only bad thing I found with Amazon is that their wood it's been really directional as far as what cuts it'll make you let you make. But then again, that's all wood, right? Don't really matter. But then I've had it where I get deep into the carving and it's like all the fibers in the wood are letting loose or something and just wants to take off whole chunks. But you can see that that's Amazon wood. It's not bad. Not as terrible as some of it I've had. Holy crap. It just I don't know how to put this so everybody understands. Um it's like the difference between carving Captain Crunch and carving butter. Okay. The Amazon wood, you can hear it. You can hear it when I cut it. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. It's got that like gritty sound to it. And then when I cut this, you hardly hear anything. It's more buttery of a cut. If that makes any type of sense, which it probably don't. I've never been accused of making too much sense in my life. Hey, Tarek. Yeah, I don't know if this stuff is the stuff from Heineke is kiln dried or just plain. I mean, we all know for a fact that kiln dry wood is harder and crunchier, right? Because all the moisture has been sucked out of it. we look at our cuts, this one's got a little tearing right in here, and this one is just silk. I tell you, even the finish from on the Heineke is smoother than the Amazon wood. I don't know. If you can't get this stuff, can always get this stuff. But the color wood, it just fascinates me how now this just came out of the plastic wrapper. So it isn't like it's been sitting on the shelf for a month. Yep. Have a good night, Whittler. That's why I said that. I just took this out of the plastic package, and of course this didn't come in, and I split them both on the bandsaw at the same time. This one I did this, and then I did one of these. Sorry, Whittler. Um, we didn't get much carving done in the first 27 minutes of this show. We're just doing a little wood comparison, I guess. Yeah, this is definitely more crunchier. This is definitely more crunchier. You can hear it in the cut. And then we do the same cut with this one. It's got a total different sound. The wood has a totally different sound. Wow, did I screw that up, huh? I don't know what I was thinking about. I still can't get it right. It's that speed bump that's got me there. This speed bump got me. Oh boy, are we off there. 2 many marks on the wood. Trying to sting me? I'll bet you. Cut your tail off. Little sucker was trying to bite me. Guess he wants some just carved raw blood. I got my 2-inch OCC eraser out. Now, let's try this again, shall we? Hi, Tim. Hi, Joseph. Why am I doing it this way? Got a B tool right over here. Attacking the freaking bugs today. Man, now I got an ant trying to eat me. You know what's got 4 legs and eats uncle eats ants, right? Got 4 legs and eats ants. 2 uncles. That probably wasn't politically correct to say. Probably not. Hi, Carl. Yeah, this is I want to stick my hand. This cut's way different. That's why I usually don't cut this stuff until after it's I won't cut it down the size till after I carve a face, and it gives you more to hang on to it. Whenever you start off with a 3-inch piece of wood, you're just asking to stab yourself because you can't get the hold on the part in the carving tool at the same time. Now let's get that back. We know our nose is going to be longer than that, so we can go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and push that back. I don't want about that much of an angle. And I can come up here and decide the width. Something like that. About in that range there, I guess. Yep, I don't think the 3-inch is going to be the size I want to make my Santa Clauses with. I think it's going to be. I'm going to stick with the 4-inch. Be easier to hang on to. With see, our face is only this wide, and we're already running out of room. I think the 3-inch would be good for like an inch and a half. But for the 2-inch being 3 inches long, we're going to waste a lot of wood. Oh yeah, we got plenty of wood to give them big ears, no doubt. There's plenty of wood there to give him big ears. We could definitely do that. And we can just start out by going deep both ways. To get that chip out of there. getting up there deep so it creates the shadows for the eyes. Nope, I ain't found a carving yet that I said, "Oh, I cut myself," but it was worth it. I had that happen yet. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Remembering the ones we lost. Oh, the old wind chimes are chiming today. It's pretty windy here. Made it up to 66 degrees Fahrenheit. They're forecasting somewhere around 80. Man, everybody's running around. Our neighbor has their whole clan over on Memorial Day. They have I don't know, a couple motorhomes show up, kick the summer off right. Big party. I don't know if this snipe's gonna do it, but you could be stick it up there in the corner and swing like Tarzan. This blade would be a little too thick to do that with. So littler blade. Okay, we got that. Do the same thing. Bring it over here and just roll it off that nose. It gives you a heck of a start for your cheeks. Getting attacked by bugs. The bug attack. It's one of them salt rifles. And we could sit here and shoot bugs and carve. We could have bug shooting tournaments. Okay. So, do we want to keep going with this, or do we want to try putting that into this piece of Amazon wood? I can't believe how much heavier that is. Carry on with this one, or carry on with, or start a new one. This one. I'll do what you guys want to see. It started out as a comparison video between the two woods, but same one. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Come on. That's for Kevin in case he shows up to watch later. Considering I've never seen this woman. Oh, there goes a squirrel. He's up on the deck. Get out of there, you nasty little rat. Yeah, right? She went on the Just Carve Bob weight loss program. Many renditions of Bing. What I wanted to do with her and what I could actually do with her. Um, that's how she came out. I think it's funny. Kind of like reminds me of anime a little bit. You know, with the triangle legs and the big feet. What knives do I use? I use Flex Cut OCC, which is this one, OCCT, and I use Just Carve Rob knives. I made that one, and just Carve Rob gouges. Yep, I made that too, and it looks like I made it. Yeah, those are basically the three knife. Oh, I've got one beaver crap knife that I put a new handle on. Beaver crap, the steel of beaver crap is okay. It will hold an edge for a while, but you better know how to strop. Better know how to strop a knife because you're not going to get a lot of. I would say my style carving about 10-15 minutes, and I have to strop it. This knife, they probably half hour, 45 minutes of constant carving. Um, my knives are basically the same except for the ones that I make out of 5100. I've used them for hours without stropping them. 5100 is bearing steel, what they used to make ball bearings with. Oh, we need to get that nose a little straighter on there. It's going this way and that way and no way. Not any way we want it to go. It looks like this side needs to go a little bit deeper. Get them down to the same level. Now I'm not pushing inward to create that. I don't want to undercut my nose, but it looks like I did anyway. It'll be all right. We'll just do the same thing this side. There we go. Clean this out. Just trying to dig in a little bit more for that. Looks about the same. Close enough anyway. Now you know Kevin likes using the uh gouge, right? Like that number 5. Come in and cut the nostrils in. I'm gonna show you how to do it with just the knife. May not be as pretty as his, but it'll work. Kevin's nose has always come down like this. Right? Just gonna go say I want my snot hole flares in there. In that realm right there, right? I usually just bring the knife in. And I'm angling up as I'm cutting into the side of the nose here. And then back down to it. And you can see that starting to form, right? And then we'll come over to the other side. And I'm just going to roll the knife over there. And do the same thing. So I'm starting to get the nostril wings, nostril flares, whatever you want to call them, nostril hairs. This is how I do it anyway. You don't have to do it that way, this way. You can do it any way you like. Then I'm giving them the nose is kind of swooping in before it goes back. Like that. And I'll just try cleaning a little bit of this crap up. Do a little rounding. A little rounding on this side. You can start to see it gets that swoop in there. Come in here. Gonna do the same thing over here. Cut up underneath that nose. I forgot. And we should be able to slice down and get a chip out of there. And as you do that, it starts making the nose go deeper. Guess I sliced a little too far. Now, if you already know what kind of mouth you're wanting, then at this point, if you're comfortable with your where your nasal flares are, and you know what style mouth you're going to put in. See, mine's still really wide, my nose. So I'm just going to take my knife, roll it in. I'll do the same thing to the others. Man, the birds are really talking, aren't they? No, that's not a soundtrack. That's real nature. I wonder if it's the one that's living in the moose birdhouse, telling me to go inside. I'm bothering him, making too much noise. He's a very bad neighbor. Is this a mushroom? Well, I guess it could be if you want it to be. It could be a mushroom if you want it to be a mushroom, but I don't know if too many mushrooms got nostrils. This is a really big pair of eyebrows. And right now we're just shaping up this nose. Wow, that's got to be the biggest ant I ever seen. That is a monster. All right. Now that we made a mess of that, now that we've made a mess, I guess we're going to have to go back and clean it up a little. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Pretty good so far. And that's how I put in nostrils with a knife. But where we were is if you decided on what kind of nostril you're gonna or what kind of mouth you're gonna put in. No, like Kevin said, it's easier to use a gouge because it's you know, the same shape. So you don't take that much, you're taking a little more risk out of carving them in because with a knife, you can always be a little high or a little low. But with a gouge, you could still have it high or low, but the the thickness this way from there to there is going to be the same. Even though you might put one up here and one down there, it's gauged. It's gauged. Sean, show up. Oh, there he is. So we can go ahead and get rid of some more of this point. We're not going to need it. We're not going to need it where we're going. Sean, this is that Heineke Basswood. I just got a box of it in. Let's put this up here for Sean to get a picture of it if he needs it. That's where you call, bud. Or you can go to their website. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you got it. If not, you'll have to rewind this video when it gets posted, if it gets posted. Okay, so I know I'm gonna have a wide mouth, like me, a big mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my what do you call it, lines in there, my smile lines, I guess. And what that lets me do is come in here and it creates the barrel of the mouth. So when you get ready to set your mouth in, you're already there. See, you already got the roundness going. Or if you want to put a mustache in, you're still set up, right? We're gonna run out of we're gonna we're gonna run out of wood before we run out of face. My fault. Of course it's your fault. You're carving it, dumbass. Well, don't who do you think you are talking to me like that? Cool. You're gonna love carving that stuff. Yeah, you'd be amazed at how much wood people just like, okay, we're not gonna burn it. But we were cleaning up our front yard and we don't want this tree here. You'd be amazed at how many people are just like, if you come and cut it up, you can have it. All Jordy's fault, huh? I don't know if he's still watching on his TV or if he's taking off on us. Ding dong. Jordy and Spike are taking care of all the trolls. I feel honored. I feel honored. I got my first troll today. Got my first troll today. Yeah, Jordy's got a zero G recliner out there on his gazebo. I think he would live in that gazebo. But Lee likes to sleep in her cat bed, so she drags Jordy in at nighttime. Says, "Come on, Jordy, I need a head to sleep on." You've heard that story about the cat in the hat? Well, Jordy's Lee is a cat that is a hat. She likes sleeping on his head. She's protecting him, keeping mice from going up his nose. He told me that. He's like, "Man, this cat, she just always wants to sleep on top of my head." Like, I'm glad it's his cat and not it wasn't my German Shepherd at that time. That'd been a heck of a hat. Fur missile with teeth for a hat. Okay, so we're gonna go with our eye line as the top of our ears and the bottom of our nose as the bottom of our ears. So that's where the ears would be, right? Yeah, Boxer ain't no small dog either. I had one. Her name was Sneakers. She always looked like she had a sneaker hanging out of her mouth. So when she was a puppy, even when she was a puppy, she had always had them two big long uh drools hanging out of her mouth. So when I got her, I named her Sneakers, and then I took her to the a tattoo guy that I know, and he tattooed a sneaker inside of her ear. Back then we didn't have the microchipping thing going on. So a lot of people would cut their dog ear, like three snip, 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 mark their dog's ear. And weirdos like me would take and spend $150 to have a sneaker tattooed in her ear. Now, come think of it, that was the only dog I ever had tattooed. Oh, there's a crow. I had some old ham lunch meat I put out there. So the crow swings by and cleaning it up for me. Oh, yeah. Well, mine was crazy. I put up an 8-foot dog fence with the dog coop inside of it, and it had a tarp halfway over it. Had the garden hose hooked to it for the auto waterer thing. Actually, that was for cows, but it worked good for dogs too. She'd put her nose on there, that big flat nose, and push it down and fill her water. She could fill her own water bowl up. But that dog would jump. Now we're talking an enclosure that's 10 feet wide, 12 feet long. She could get up enough speed to jump that 8-foot fence. So I ended up having to put a electric fence wire along the top of it Because I'd come home, she'd be out running around the yard, carrying on like a maniac. Oh, you're finally back, Dad. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. Big dopey dog. And she she got zapped once and that was it. She stopped trying to jump over the fence. But I'm like, how is this dog getting out? I don't know. I don't understand it. I thought somebody was letting her out. And I put up a trail camera that I use for deer hunting. And sure as shit, she's at 1 minute she's on the ground, next minute she's on the top of the fence coming over. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. That dog is jumping that fence, 8-foot fence, and the dog is jumping it. What is she, part freaking kangaroo? Jack Russell Terrier rat dogs, traditionally used for rat hunting. I know a couple farmers, they've got Jack Russell Terriers, and they love them around the farm because they keep the rat population way down, better than a cat. Hey, Roy, how you doing? Oop, we're putting some big ears on Hector. Oh, I'm hurting. That's how I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. Before I started this live, I took a grimace amount of pain medication. Yeah, it's let's see, 11 o'clock there where Roy is. The castle's lighting the torches right about now, so the good knights can find their way home. We're just yeah, carving a Hector with big ears, and I've got some awesome basswood from a supplier in Wisconsin, Heineke. I know a lot of American wood carvers, really enjoy carving their wood, and I will join those ranks. We got our Bing girl done. Show Roy Miss Bing here, and remember, her face is only as big as my thumb, so don't be too brutal. Yeah, signed it and dated it. Yep. All we gotta do is paint her now. Oh, almost threw her across the. Kind of looks like a weird tiki, doesn't it? Oh, it looks like Lord of the Rings. The oh, those little guys. What were they called? Not the elves. They were the dwarfs. Dwarfs? Is that what they're called? You look, don't he? Kind of look. Got they got them big square heads and the big ears. Looks like one of them dwarf guys. The guys with the axes. I don't think we're gonna do a mustache on this guy. We definitely ain't gonna get no. Well, I guess we could still get a little beard in there, depending upon where I put the mouth. Well, no, I think because our chin would be right here, right? This would be, yeah. He ain't getting nothing. He'll be lucky. He'll be lucky if he keeps his chin. So we can go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need this. Do the same thing over here. I like looking at it better this way. And just take all this off. Yeah, we got a little bit more. Yeah, well, I don't know. Now that we've got his face slimmed down, might be able to fit a beard in there. Maybe not though. Be careful with these cuts because man, that it would slice right through there like nobody's business. And your hand is right there saying, "Hello, here I am. Chop me off, please." Chop, 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 chop. Mhm. I know my chin's gonna be lower than my bottom lip, so we can just chunk that right off there too. So we're getting that type of profile, right? I'm gonna change the angle of the ears from that 40. Well, I don't have to. Uh, Short beard. Yeah, real short. High and tight. Ooh, that squirrel's not happy. He's a barking. So do we want to do a smiley face? Do we want to do a Grumpy face. Oh, good. Yeah, I remember you said you guys would be going to see her this weekend. Roy got a new granddaughter. There's Hunter, Hugsley, and now Har- Harlow, Harlow, because her nickname would be Harley, and her middle name is Quinn, Harley Quinn. So I hope she's not a hellraiser like her namesake, Harley Quinn with the Joker. So I figured I'd just mention that. So FYI, you might want to have some duct tape if you're going to babysit her when she gets older. There, Roy. That's my number one babysitting tool: duct tape. And if they can wiggle their way out of the duct tape, then we move up to gorilla tape. Duct tape and a lawn chair. Best kids you'll ever babysit, right there. Best way to babysit kids, right there. Duct tape and a lawn chair. Man, I'm concentrating too hard. Too much concentration. All right. Let's go ahead and rip this in here. Around the corner, across the bottom. Set them teeth back in there. What do you think? We're just going to do a regular mouth? Is that what you thought? Do 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 do. Got our stop line back in there again. Get the top ones pushed back. Oh man, we're over 2 hours. What time is it? Hour and a half. Godspeed on your trip, Roy. Enjoy them grandbabies. Don't forget to bring the cake. Don't forget the cake, Roy. They might just spin you right around and head you home without no cake. Grandparents got to bring the first birthday cake, right? Looks like he got kicked in the nads. Ugh. Hey, Perry. There's Bing. We got Bing done. It's got a painter now. Yeah, it looks like he got kicked right in the nads. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna run this just carve Rob eraser right up the side. So that's gonna give us the sides of our face, right? So then we'll do this side here. Wood grain changed. Now what I'm looking for here is I want these ears pushed back a little bit from the eyebrow. And then we can just clean that up. Something like that there. You can get your show moving, Rob. Might as well take this back a little bit. I guess we should have left less forehead and more bottom, huh? Gonna bring the sides of the head in, something like that there. You can see the difference in the colors of wood, how as to how much you've taken off. I want to even things up here. Push that down to my ear. All I'm doing is trying to get my ear depth set right here so that I know they're going to be in far enough, right? I'm just going to put a little downward angle cut right there. Ow, man, that hurt. That pointy ear. It's got a pointy ear. Get that cleaned up. Okay. Get some of this buzz off of this side. Look at them that way. About the same. Wood grains changing direction. Clean this up. Same thing. Take our V tool. Then we can come back and get that where we want it. Try to keep them the same size anyway. Let's see. Got that big there. Yep, hey, believe it or not, they're about the same size. Big difference between carving this and that Amazon wood. I can't stress those points enough. We're just going to do simple ears on this guy. Nothing spectacular. You can shape your ears to your particular liking. This one looks a little bit wider for some reason. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like I said, real simple ear. You can make this part as deep as you want. That's about as deep as I want. There we go. And same thing to the other side. Yeah, it's good enough. Don't get too tangled up in the ears. A little more deep. And there you go. You really can't see the depth on the camera, but you can kind of get an idea there, right? We just went in on angle down. And there you go. Got some big old ears. Got this crazy looking mouth here. And he's all set up for teeth. We were going to put teeth in him. We do it, probably do it like that. No, you don't need to take them all the way across because that's your bottom teeth and that's your top teeth, right? And he's kind of got his mouth grimaced down. So all you got to do is because we took them down like together. I mean, this dimension right here, right? We took that all down together, so it's the same level. You could always cut your bottom teeth back a little bit if you want to. If you want them to be slightly, if you want to have a overbite, that's what I'm getting at. I guess we could put a little beard on them, or we just leave that as a chin. And we could still mess around with this guy for another freaking hour to get him just so. Just so. I'm going to drop my knife. So now's the time for questions. If you got any questions, spit them out. I find the best way to sharpen a V tool is on a buffer. I like using it's called hard wool buffer to sharpen my V tools. And then for the inner V, I use a soft rag um, wheel, so I can get right down into the V and buff the burr out from the inside. Yeah, buff it with the hard wool wheel with compound on these, and then for the inner part, I just turn it over and put it on a soft buffing wheel and buff it, and then it's she's razor when it comes off. And then when I bought this flex cut hand set, I bought the accompanying strap. It's got the U's and the V's cut in it, and that helps a lot too. You talking about Herman Munster? Mhm. Yeah, this guy right here. So we cut a bottom lip in. Now I gotta get rid of that sharp edge. So I'm just gonna drag the knife along that. It's nice and light. just enough to get rid of that sharp edge that's on there. And then we can come back under here and just clean that where our U gouge left in there. If you want to make that a little more highlighted, I just take the blade and put it right in that U gouge mark, and just make a little scoop cut. Oop, sorry, didn't mean to smack you around. It was an accident, officer. And by scooping it, see what you can get. You can get that hook right to it, make it a little more pronounced. I like setting the main line with the U gouge and then coming back and making them little swoops in there. Really makes that bottom lip pop out of there. And of course, I added a line there for to distinguish the bottom lip and the top lip. Hey Rob, what speed do you run your saber tooth burrs at on the micro motor or Dremel? Dremel full blast, 35,000 RPM. Micro motor, uh, anywhere's if I got my micro motor turned all the way up, it's 40,000 RPMs. Usually, I don't have it cranked up all the way, so I'm gonna say probably right around that 30,000 RPM. So about three-quarter throttle, I guess you might want to call it. That's where I usually, yeah, about three-quarter, maybe half. You'll know when you use it, you'll feel it because not all micro motors are created equal. Now, diamond burrs, I make sure that somewhere's around quarter speed, so 10,000 RPM with them. Because I found if I run diamond burrs wide open like that, they end up burning up on me. Okay. So for this top lip, we don't want it sharp like that, right? We can just do the same thing. Take the knife and just cut that sharp lip off from there. Give it a little roundness to it. Even right on down through here where it cranks in there a little bit. That's still all part of your mouth. So you shouldn't have any sharp edges. And then I like running my knife up underneath of the lip like that. And then that cleans it right out and gives you a nice little shadow up underneath there to accentuate your teeth. And I'll do the same thing here on my butt. Cut right in on my bottom lip on an angle, and then come back and take that little sliver out of there. if I got it all. And that puts a nice little shadow right there. And apparently I made a mess over here. I I could see double and triple and quadruple cuts. I still see it. That's okay. The Mod Podge will stick that back together if it need be. Gotta give them some breather holes. There, now he's got breather holes. Round this over. Back this way. Back this way. Just want to take off any heavy sharpness that you got. And you can round that over in there as much as you want. That's one thing the gouge makes it a little easier to do that rounding right there because you're already round basically. And get back up underneath here. Get rid of those fuzzies. Is he gonna say it or is he just gonna let it go? Okay. Did he forget what he was talking about? Absolutely. All right. Got paint on my finger or something? Getting red. Red. Uh, looking around here and see if I had some spilled paint. I put the little angel's kiss in there. I think that's what they call it. Do the old snot trough. That's what we call it around here. Everybody go home already? Everybody leaving me? You've been on too long, just carve, Rob. Everybody's ready to go to bed. Get off the TV. There's ancient aliens to watch. All right. I think that's where we're going to end it. $18. I got. Oh, we still got 18 people. So what are you saying? I should keep going? How long? How long have you been, Rob? For 117 minutes. We've been carving for 117 minutes. But I think that's about it for him, isn't it? I mean, we can add secondary smile lines. I know we ain't gonna be much longer because I'm getting the mosquitoes are trying to carry me away. Ha ha. See how I did that? Super secret move that I learned from Kevin. How old when I was are you talking to me, Roy? How old were you when you started? Okay, so you've been carving 2 years? I got my first pocket knife from my grandpa when I was 8 years old. But all that did was until about 7 years ago was make pointy sticks. My knives were made are were basically for work because it always seems like you're got to open something or cut some rope or seems like you're always cutting something. So I personally carried knives for a long time, but we started actually carving probably 10 years ago, doing gut stocks and stuff like that, walking sticks, all kinds of stuff. but to carve these little guys, little faces and stuff like that, um, it's probably been 7, 8 years. Jordy got me going on them. Might as well give him a little cheek action. The wind's picking up. Maybe it'll blow the freaking bugs away. Oh, Roy's leaving. Have a good one, Roy. Have a safe trip to see that new grandbaby. Make sure you bring the cake. Bring the cake, Roy. Bring the cake. This is what your face will look like if you don't bring the cake, Roy. Very sad. Oh, it looks like Amy Joe just is going live. Oh, now we're down to 9 people. We're losing. We're losing people. The other day it was just me and baby kisses. Nobody else even bothered to show up. I have 4 now. Half, a 2, a 1 3/4, and one I bought from a guy with his handle but 3-inch blade. Hmm. Trying to get one from Rob. Okay, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna make like 5 blades. Okay, 2 weeks, Perry. 2 weeks from today, I'm gonna make 5 blades, and I will get. I know you're one of them. Sal's one of them. Wand knives. So I'm gonna make 5 or 6 knives, maybe 4. maybe 2. uh, and I will definitely let you know when they're ready to go. When they're ready to go find a new home, I will let those 3 people, I'll give them first crack at it. Tarek's one of them too. Yeah, I think we were talking about that. I know Roy wants one, but he has to check into English law. They got a whole thing with knives over there. You can make any size blade you want up to about 3 inch. Then after that, I'd have to get a bigger forge. I only got a little tiny forge. I mean, all I'm doing is carving knives. So I don't need no big, humongous forge. 2 weeks, I'll have the money to buy the steel. It'll probably be 1095 high carbon steel. And it'll be a 5/16 blank, and we'll beat it into a knife shape. And then we'll sharpen her up. A lot of grinding, go through a lot of belts. A lot of belts. Big old monkey ears. I guess we're gonna give him that Ronald Reagan haircut. Doggone bugs. They're really harsh in my mellow, man. Bugs. I think that's about all I want to do with that hair. I say that and I keep on chopping. Just keep on chopping, Rob. Think we found a hard spot. Still not as bad. It's not ripping all the crap like that other wood would have. Would have. Hey, we haven't seen Black Widow in here. He must be busy. He almost always shows. I guess we need to put a little forehead in here, yeah. Something like that. Give him some sideburns. That would be more than sideburns. That's up the top of his ear. No, I'm right. The sideburns run down alongside the ear. Yeah. Duh. Okay. Losing my marbles here. This actually has to come back. Oh my. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. And I'm going to tilt that knife up and run up underneath there to clean that up. Made a mess of it. I did. All right. I guess that's what we got. I don't quite know if that was what we were after, but that is what we got. Look at that. Another piece. A piece of what? Not a masterpiece, that's for sure. It's just another piece of something. Now he's got some sideburns. Doop 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 doop. Just a couple of cuts. So that brings that sideburn right out there. There we go. We got another one done. I don't know about my hair performance, but that's what we came up with anyway. They can't all be museum quality. Museum quality. Can't all be museum quality. Yeah, maybe one day, long after I'm gone, we'll and the archaeologists are digging up. Now, look at what these crazy humans used to do back in the 21st century. There is this what they really look like? Man, they're ugly. Uh-oh. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I use jeweler's rouge, or lapping compound. Uh, I like cloverleaf lapping compound personally. That's what I like. Ain't he a heck of a looking fellow there? Give him that movie star jawline. Swoop and scoop and scoop and swoop. Couple little cuts can make a whole face change. I'll show you. There you go. Change the whole outlook of him. Just by cutting some heavy jows. Big old jows in there. There you go. That changed him up, didn't it? You could bring it in even more if you wanted to. Really transmit that. Poor knife. Poor knife's getting knife abused here. Doing things with it that should never be done. Just because I do it don't mean you should do it. I know a guy that can make me a new blade if I can break one. There we go. Now what I do is continue to round this over so it's actually rounds out to be a chin. Notice how I'm using the back of the blade to do the heavier cut, not the tip. Which I shouldn't even be using this blade for what I'm doing here. Well, this one probably ain't much better as far as damaging. Well, this is a little thicker. So I guess out of the two the two wrong choices that I got, this is a more rigid one. There. Now we have touched every part of that piece of wood. So there is no original wood left here. This has all been cut. Gotta love a good sweep knife. This is still one of my favorite knives that I've made. That sweep knife just lets you get that extended reach with a short blade. Plus, you get the belly right here. It's most excellent for smoothing everything over. Oh, there you go. Oop. The weirdest Hector you've ever seen right there. So we're going to call it there, my friends. We're going to call it a day. All right. All right. Stay awesome. Carve something awesome. Carve every day if you can. Keep your knife sharp and the chips a flipping. Say goodbye, Miss Bing. Kevin. Good night, Kevin. All right. I'm not a crook. I'm not a crook. Give me your money. We'll catch you all later. Thanks for being a moderator, Spike and Jordy. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that showed up, and y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend. Bye.